Okay, let's try to build my W1-AT tonight. Seems like a fun thing to do. Let me finish getting stuff ready, and I guess I'll do a quick age-old thing. What do I do? First thing, I guess I just get down to keeps for all, because that's where I'm going to at least send one message. What am I doing? Let's spam some W1-AT build tonight, because that's what I'm going to be building. Guess I should show off the other board that I got too. Yeah, let me figure out. I do this every single time. Who has self-promo? Of course I haven't actually remembered anything or learned anything since the last time I streamed. Only natural. Only natural, I have no clue what I'm doing still. And self-promo. Guess I'll spam the self-promo places. House doesn't have, they do? Okay. I forget who does and doesn't have self-promo, if I'm being perfectly honest. I do this every single time. At some point I would have this memorized, you'd think. But alas, I have a memory of a goldfish. I spend too much time working and doing other stuff. And my face looks too blown out. What is... hold on. I want to say Elgato has changed something. ISO. Can we lower that? That looks more reasonable for ISO, right? Somewhere like here. Because before it looked like a flashbang. Didn't look good. Alright. I'm distracting myself from even putting anything work related down for tonight. Alright. Who has... I don't think any of these people have... Wait, did I already go past Cube Life? Because they definitely have... I forget the order I have things on my Discord. Oh, this is terrible. My brain not working so well tonight. This will be a fun build though. W1-AT. I'm going to build a plateless 1.2 millimeter thick PCB. Should be pretty good. I'm getting random shop notifications. Crap shipping to me. That's always fun. There's Cube Life. They have a self-promo. I always posted that because good times. Keyboard Treehouse. GW, no. Kids, no. CCM, they have self-promo. Sure, why not? Does Velocifier have? I can't remember. No, bubble chat. That's right. At one point I was going to build the Bubble 75, and then I just never got around to doing that. For Hypno, how's it going, man? Long time no see indeed. I'm just, as always, a madman talking to myself, trying to figure out where self-promo is, because I cannot be bothered to actually remember. How is your board doing? I guess I can put one in Geon. Self-promo. I'm building a relevant board. No longer want this board. Thinking of the Frog. They had the Frog mini sale. That was pretty cool. About 4 weeks to get that, 60%. Missing arrow keys? Yeah, if you use arrow keys and you don't like layers, definitely either an Arisu board if you liked the Ergo layout, or I suppose, yeah, I don't know. I've always been a TKL fanboy. Something about the TKL and having, well, it takes up a decent amount of space, but if you look at like most Alice boards, they take up that sort of space anyways. No more Ergo? Yeah, you know, a good old-fashioned TKL. Everyone likes TKLs. Something classy look, you know? I don't know if it's actually classy, but I don't know. I always, similar size to mine, right? Yep. Okay. So before I get started with the build, because I am building the W1-AT tonight, I figure I'll show off the other build that I had considered building tonight. This is my Tomo. Box is very nice. Monoke. I'm not going to take everything out. I'm going to have to take everything out, aren't I? Fine, I'll take everything out of this one slot here and show it off real quick. So I think it's going to be a pretty cool build. I am looking forward to this one. It's a 75%. I'm not the biggest fan of 75%, but just take a look at this thing. I got different badges, so I'll be sure to change that out. I'm going to be building in mine with an aluminum plate, and let's turn this around the correct way. My first TGR board. TGR Tomo. It's one of the Monoke friend boards. Side profile real quick. Very simple, very elegant. Has that, from the side it looks seamless, but there's a seam on the bottom, of course. This ano is flawless and nice and smooth feeling. So we're looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a fun build. Let me put it back in the bag. And stuff everything back down in. And I'll probably be building this next week. Retail price is like $550, I want to say. Something like that. But yeah, I bought mine back in group buy. So, forever ago. About a year. I actually haven't... I made a point not to go aftermarket pretty much for any board. I just don't feel like... I think there's always new stuff, you know? Are you plan on getting TGR Alice. So if at any point I was able to buy like a Dallas extra, I would strongly consider it, because I think a Dallas, the Lin X TGR combination would actually be pretty good. Yeah, at the time I wasn't really looking at it, but if I could roll back the clock and grab one, I probably would have. TGR boards are nice. I definitely would consider getting them, but I think part of me would do it out of a collector sort of thing. I wouldn't pay aftermarket. I would just pay retail only. But yeah. Dallas. It was a collaboration with Lin, famous for the dolphin and the whale. Another Korean keyboard manufacturer pairing up with the Malaysian keyboard giant of TGR. It actually looks really neat. I think I first saw it on Teha Type's stream, actually. It looked special. Dallas. Alright. No problem about the caps. What we have tonight is a very, very long board. I've unboxed this already to take a look at stuff and do some things. But I did want to like open up the box and just sort of show. It's because it's so big. So we have space bars and accoutrement for space bars in here. Actually, I didn't open this bag. Let's see if I got the special bonus space bar. Because these are regularly packed with 5 space bars in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing the bonus one. Is Frog good, by the way? Well, if you want to ask about Frog, let me pull mine out. Beginning of the stream, I'm already running out of desk space, but I'll pull out my Frog. We can talk about it. So is Frog good? I will say yes, Frog is a good value for TKL for what it is. The thing I don't love about it is sort of the bottom row space bar, and around the edges, like on this side of the board, when it's on a desk surface, you can hear a little bit of reflection inside the case. It comes across as a little bit lively, but it's not the most pleasing sound. Feel wise, because I have this built with FR4 half plate, I actually like the way it feels. Frog is not like a super soft, bouncy board, unless you go with like a 1.2 millimeter PCB. But it's comfortable to type on. It feels more like a mix between sandwich and top mount than anything else. Even with the softer tadpole mounts, it's not the softest typing experience. But I think it's good, and if you haven't tried it, you know, I'd consider it. Because at the very least, Geon products have a decent resale value. So you can get the marble effect like. I mean, you can listen to my sound tests. I wouldn't say it's marble per se. If you wanted like a PE foam sort of sound, you could definitely make the board produce that sound with PE foam. If you just wanted to do tape mod on it, you could bring up the volume a little bit and make it a little bit more creamy sounding, if that's sort of what you want. But I think this is more of a clean sound to it. It's not overly bassy or anything like that. So, but I do like it. Actually, I brought this board into work today, and the back always looks nice. Simple. I don't know if I can focus on this distance here, but you know, the koala sides are Also very nice. Ugh. Put this back on the pile of boards over there. MGA before making a new board? Yeah, MGA I think would sell. As long as it has the USB-C and everything like that. I think that's what most people really want out of it. So, real quick, I'm going to take this out because this insert is here. Basically, it'll hold in the space bars. Oops, sorry. I don't know what I clicked, but I clicked something. Where's my mouse cursor anyways? I'm highlighting things. That can't be good. Alright. So here we have just an explanation of Geon. And Geon works and what he does. And then at the bottom here we have literal placeholder text, lorem ipsum, duracet amit. Yeah, literal placeholder text. Kind of funny. And I did want to take this board out and show the relative size because this is a long board. Packing material back in your box. There we go. The lid back on it. All right. So I got all sorts of stuff in here. Guess I'll get that out second. Ugh. All right. So here is my board. This is a normal size TKL. This is a pretty long board. If memory serves me right, it's like maybe an inch and a half shorter than like my 1800 layout board. But you know, we have a little XC column on the far left hand side. I got one keyless because I like that. And we have a numpad area over here. So yeah, this is daughter board. Has a channel going in. We have the weight. Can you measure the TKL? What do you mean by measure? So I have an idea of how big it is to my board. So a TKL and an Alice side to side are about the same size on the desk, real estate wise. Yeah. I don't have like a standard Alice. Yeah. 1 second, let me show up the back here. Nice simple back says I got the navy and silver board. But yeah, length should be about the same as a TKL for most Ergo keyboards for Alice layouts. They're actually a lot larger because, you know, they're like 60%, you know? Alright, let me put this back in the bag for now. We will pull it out later when we start actually building it. I guess one thing I do want to show if we can get the side here. I do like the koala sides on these things. And also the finish on this is very nice and smooth ano. So, always good. Don't get me wrong, I like Alice, got up to 120 word or 102 words per minute on it, but I miss arrow keys and normal keyboard layout. Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's experiences with Alice layout boards. It's nice, but at the end of the day, sometimes a little bit of familiarity goes a long way. So I think I got extra hardware because I'm a nerd. have different tadpoles. I'll probably use these. I think these are the firmer ones. These are extra feet. I need one set of these. I don't think I need more hardware. We'll see though. Put these back in the bag. And here we have a PCB. This is a solder PCB. This is the thicker PCB. And over here, I've already prepared the 1.2 millimeter PCB. That's what we're going to be using tonight. I can put this back in the bag. And since this is plateless, I have the assisting plate kit here. So I'll be using this, and just to take a quick look at it and explain what this stuff is. This is to help align, and I don't know what this is actually. Oh, this is probably, oh, this is so it doesn't shorten the bottom. Alright, I'll actually need this, I guess. Let me not throw that away. This will be to help align the switches in plateless. So we have a little XT column here, we have the little numpad here, and we have the middle core, which is basically a 60% layout. So this will help greatly in aligning everything. And I guess I need to take this off my desk now. All the space bars. All right. Ugh, this heavy TKL. Put it away. Ugh. CMO is so heavy. I think the reason why people said I'd have it on my desk forever is because I'd be too lazy to take it off. They're almost right, but I have to build stuff. I do like it, but yeah. Okay, what do I want here? Spacebar can be down here. Let's get new solder mat. And let's lay this out so we can start the keyboard process of building. I'm running out of space to put things. I guess I can put things here now. Try not to lose anything. Daughter board. Throw that there and forget about it for now. Let's take a look at this. So first of all, since it's a 1.2 millimeter PCB, we have these stab shims. I didn't use these because I got fancy and decided to use the 1.2 millimeter stabs from TX. But if you had regular stabs, you basically use these underneath the PCB to help anchor it in place. And actually I just threw the daughter board down. Let's connect the daughter board up and do a quick test in VIA. I did test this. I have lubed and tuned these stabs as well, but best just to show it for completeness sake. Okay. via interface. There we go. That's showing that. Here we go. This is what I have my board currently laid out as. I have MO1 at caps lock, and on layer 1 I have my arrow keys and F keys. I also have F keys here, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should have made these like 13 through 25. It's fine. Key tester. As you can see by this big thing down here, I will be definitely taking advantage of the 10U because that's kind of unique. Don't see that every day. Kept missing the hole. Alright. Let me just get this, then it'll just be a regular 60 minus this 10U strangeness. The one thing I am a little bit concerned about with this layout is how to alt-tab in it at work. Guess I'll have to figure that out, because I think I have, yeah, MO1, and I think this is tab here, so it's going to be a weird 1 2 1 2 like that to alt tab. Then the day I might just assign other keys to do that. Alright, PCB works just fine. Let's disconnect it. I'll install all that later down in the daughter board basement of the build. And we can talk a little bit about the switches I'm going to use. So these are old vintage MX Black switches. I got them from Mango Click, and they have a little tag that shows what they came out of. Let me see if I can get it open without ripping it. It's quite old, quite small. Ugh. Looks like a piece of garbage in there. Trust me, it says a date on it. Has a part number, has a model of a board, and it says 92529. So these are quite old switches. They had been ultrasonicked. Guess that's what they sound like just out of the bag. So they feel pretty smooth, even though I'm pretty sure the top, bottom, and stems were not preserved in the same order. Honestly, I think they sounded okay, but recently I've gotten one of the Feng Studio break-in machines, so I decided just to put them through a little bit of a break-in machine. For fun, you know, see what happens. And after the breaking machine, that's what they sound like now. I think they sound okay, and they feel smoother. And that was centered. And then afterwards, I did spring swap film and lube with 3203 triboses, and I think they sound pretty good now, and they feel better. So yeah, looking forward to using these. And that was pretty much all I had to say about Mango Click. I kind of like them. I guess there's always some question as far as value. There's definitely not a big value proposition in using them. But yeah, for me it's kind of cool. I do have a Geon plate fork. I guess I'll just display it here to rep my Geon swag. Let's see. Here's where this will go. I'll have to break off the ends. And basically this just simulates having a plate, which is interesting. So I'll start by snapping in a corner here and putting it into the board. As these are 3-pin switches, they will need some help and guidance or else they'll get all wonky. And that's basically what this plate is going to help simulate. If I can get you in there, let's start down here at the bottom. In theory, I should get the corners clipped in. Well, that's going to hit against that. Interesting. I might have to take this one stab out. Unforeseen? I can do that, I think. Let me use this tray here. Put that to the side, and I'll be able to build it like that then. I'll need to remember to put that stab in later. I hopefully will not forget. Okay. Guess I have these as spacebar switches over here. I do have a heavier spring in my spacebar switch, and because this is a longer spacebar, will not be using my customary black cherry pie. It'll be okay, probably. Other people will continue using that switch as a spacebar switch. But with TX stabs, I do know that there's a little bit of an issue with sometimes getting it to play nicely. Is what it is, but, you know, I just don't want to deal with it in this build with the longer 10U spacebar. Alright. I guess I will have to actually solder this in sections. Now I'm looking at the construction and the way I'll need to snap pieces off, which I guess is fine. It'll be okay. I'm also interested to see if I can figure out a way to reuse the rows here for 4 rows, because I think there's probably a way I can probably get a holder or a jig 3D printed out to help stabilize other plateless builds in the future. Otherwise, I will just continue buying more and more stuff from Mr. Geon to build plateless, because the few times I have built plateless without like a guide like this, it's always a pain. And if we can make that process easier, I'm all for it. Because spending time aligning switches and doing stuff, yeah, no fun. Anyways, this should be a pretty fun and easy build for tonight. And then next week, I'll move on to build my Tomo. Hopefully, the last of the US units will be sent out. I know Popcorn is doing her damnedest to get everything out the door. So, hopefully she pulls through. She's definitely working way too many hours. So, good luck. Some of these pins, because they were desoldered, have a little bit of residue from being soldered on them still. They're mostly cleanly desoldered, but some of them have more width and thickness than others. That's okay. I'll definitely have to check the back of these switches to make sure I didn't bend any pins. So I guess I will say a quick word between these and new old stock switches, because I do have, I think I still have quite a few, like just over 250 or so new old stock switches still laying around. I have plans for those in other units, but yeah. I have to say that these sound a little bit cleaner. There's a little bit less raspiness to them, which, you know, I think is just characteristic of a vintage switch. And for what it's worth, I think these switches are fairly well cleaned after being desoldered. Personally, if I was to like desolder a vintage board myself, I'd want to keep these tops and bottoms and stems together in an order if possible, but the economy is a scale, and you know, dude's basically running a group buy out of I think his own location to do this, so I think it's good for what it is, let's put it that way. Asmodeus, hey, how's it going? How are you tonight? Thank you for the follow. Hopefully you're having a good night. Just building this W1-AT. Joran, thank you for the follow. How are you? Is this the owner of Heckenham Designs? Who, Asmodeus? Pretty sure that's... no. Yeah. We're in stream. Yep. Alex Odos. Hello. How are you? How's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully everyone's having a nice chill night. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Nice to have everyone here. Alright. I'm probably going to have to solder this into sections because of the way this little pseudo plate is. You're so sad you didn't get one? Aw. I don't know. I know Mr. Geon said something about probably not running a board like this ever again, but I think after people build it, I think it's probably going to have to be run again by him at some time. There's probably just going to be demand for it. It's probably not going to be one of those frequent things, but I definitely hope for people that didn't get it that it'll be run again. This was just one of those random interesting boards that was like, yeah, definitely getting one of these if I could. Yeah, because I had to decide today whether I'd stream the W1-AT or Tomo, and I decided to stream this one today. Oof. A little bit of solder residue on that one. Only part about old switches sometimes I don't like. Oh, it's been pushed out by the other switch. Oops. Probably still have to do some manual straightening because these are only 3-pin switches. Downside of using old vintage switches. And this PCB is very flexible. I think all the pins have made it through. Uh-oh, it's flexing too much. Alright, I just need to concentrate and finish this up, then solder it. And I really want to see if there's a way I can 3D print something, a fixture, to help for future plateless builds. I think that would be pretty cool if I could. Ew, there's a lot of solder on that one. Alright. I definitely have to press down for this. Move the mouse, move the switch box, put the fan on there, solder, finish getting myself set up, and I will turn on crisp. I know it'll sound like I'm underwater, but honestly, if I'm being honest with myself, I don't like the sound of fans, so at least I'll save someone from that terrible sound. Alright, crisp is going on. Apologies if sound quality just went crap. but it's only going to be while I'm soldering. Because now the fan's on, and hopefully you don't hear it. Hey, Vintner, how's it going? All right, warming up the Taco 951, decent soldering station. I'm going to first retin the tip, and then go from there. So soldering at 350 Celsius. A little bit of tip tinner. And guess I need to clean that out and replace that stuff later. All right. I'm going to start by getting the corners of this in because we're using like a pseudo plate to help assembly. And the pseudo plate basically covers the 60%, so the middle of the keyboard, since this is F rowless 60 layout. This should be pretty quick for soldering. I will probably have to double check though with the plate and make sure that everything is actually aligned even after I unsnap it. So I think it will do quite a bit of good, but it will not 100% fix everything. If it does 100% fix everything, I am definitely going to find some way to use this as a jigger fixture in other plateless builds, because that would be most excellent. And I've been talking to people, I already have the dimensions for it, and I'll just need to find someone to help finish modeling, because I don't have time to do that. And 3D print something. I am going to go slow since these are just 3-pin switches, and press down pretty much after everything. Going to get the sides in, and then I'm just going to go across for the row. Just nice and orderly. What switches are these? These are old vintage MX Black switches. I happened to see that Mango Click was selling more vintage switches, which he got from a board, so... Yes, I have lubed these with 3203. Just a very light coating on the stem. And that's, I think, all that they really needed. Since these were desoldered, ultrasonics, and everything, I didn't really think they needed that much. I also ran them through a little bit of a break-in machine. I didn't really think they needed it, if I'm being perfectly honest, but why not? I wanted to test it out. I am using TX extra long springs because that's something that I recently found, and I'm pretty sure they didn't have TX extra long springs for like the longest time, so I'm actually kind of interested to use more TX extra long springs and see if I like different weights of them, because usually I like somewhere between 50 and 55. My fingers are getting weaker as I age, I guess. So along with that, I guess I want to see if the different spring length does anything for me. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is just go down the row for the top, now that the plate should in theory be anchored in. I'm bringing this board into work tomorrow, and people are gonna have no clue what to think about this. So I do need to press down with the plate. I just heard that switch. Yeah, the switches will need some extra pressure applied to make sure that they're making good contact with the board. And the second one I shouldn't really need to push down, we'll see. Very lush sounding music tonight. I do need to go back in to Epidemic Sound and download some more tunes, I think. So I'll do this switch real quick. Okay, that feels like it's in there. I look top down. Yep, looks like everything is soldered in pretty flush. All right, let's do second leg of the switches on this row. Okay. Truth be told, I'm not really in that much of a rush tonight. So I'll take my time and admire my work. Yep, the row looks like it's in there. All right, next one. Doing the same technique, getting the top leg, putting a solder joint on it, and I'm going to reflow and press to make sure that it's flush against the PCB. We have good contact with it, so that way it sounds correct when you're hitting keys. I believe this PCB is a Yankar design. Pretty easy for solderability. The solder mask is this nice matte black color. I think this is going to look pretty good in plateless. Okay, that switch didn't move. The switch didn't move. Who's actually all in here? Do I not have to press anymore? Do I dare get lazy? I never should get lazy. The moment I do, yep, that one moved. Okay, I'll have to keep doing this. We'll just be slow and methodical. Oop, that one moved a lot. That one moved a little bit, like wiggled. Alright, and then just to be sure, I don't think I checked this one. Alright, no movement on that one or that one. Just in switch. Okay. Did not move either. Should be good to get the next row. Let me just do a quick visual. Basically just looking for any sort of anomaly, anything sticking up or going way down when I'm looking down the line. I don't really see any anomaly. Human eye is pretty good at picking out just random things if it's sticking slightly out. I will go and recheck things later when we pull the alignment plate off. At that point, if I need to align any switches by hand, I will cry a little bit, but then align it by hand. This is so much better than my first time building a plateless keyboard. Or no, it was a half plate, in fact. It was my Mono-K key. I had gotten these new old stock vintage MX Black switches, and I was like, oh, I want to build this on my key. It's a half plate, aluminum half plate. This should be fine. It wasn't fine. It was a nightmare. I spent so long trying to get things right. Mantis Tubagrin, thank you for the follow. How are you tonight? Hope all is well. Did I not solder this switch in? Is this even... the feeling that this switch is not in all the way. 10U spacebar, yes. 10U indeed. Nope, looks like I bent the leg on this one. Oops. Let me undo that real quick. It's pipe. I need to refill and keep this as I pull. Yep. Okay, I flattened that one. Good thing I caught it now. Alright. Plenty of switches. Put another one in. Okay. Try to organize myself. Or keep myself organized, I should say. Alright. Feels like it's actually in there. And And second leg. All right, 2 rows down and about half of it to go. Gonna repeat the same stuff. Get this top row or the far leg soldered in. Then I'll reflow the solder and press down. Make sure it makes good contact with the PCB. And then we'll solder the second leg in. Steps tapped all the way out over here. Reflow this and make sure this end switch is good. And move down the line. Just gonna reflow and press. And if we had these, someone must have had to have thought of the sort of alignment plate or jig or fixture at some point in the history of keyboards before Mr. Geon made it possible, or the man's literally just the biggest 5-head genius. I'm kind of thinking. The Frog Mini. I wonder if there's any chance that that could be designed to support the 10U spacebar as well. I think that might be kind of ridiculous. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere on the Discord that he already said no to that idea. But the thought is still making me smile. Sure these end switches are in. Reflow them quickly while pressing down, let them solidify. Okay, that one seems fine. It's fine. Same with this one. Okay, and do it once again. Stingray Shuffle, rated with 11 viewers. Hey, thank you, Stingray Shuffle. Welcome to my stream. Hopefully you had a good stream tonight. How are you? How did your stream go? Hopefully well. Thank you again for the raid. Greetings everybody that has come. I'm Jverb, just your average keyboard dad, soldering in basement in the middle of the night because it's a hobby and I like it. You built W1-AT as well? Nice. How did yours turn out? What color did you get and what keycaps did you put on? I'm kind of curious. I'm assuming that's Warthog78. Thank you for the follow. Did you build yours plateless? I get the feeling a lot of people will probably be taking advantage of this platelessness. You got a gray one, put GMK Amethyst on it. I like it. A little iffy on the spacebar. So the 10U spacebar. I'm a little bit afraid that the 10U spacebar colors will not match, but that's okay, I guess. It's more just to have the statement that you have one. Okay, not really, but yeah. Amethyst is definitely a look, I think. Because originally I was looking at the colors for the space bars and I'm like, oh, I'll just use Dolch round 5. But then, you know, of course, you only got 5 of the space bars instead of everyone getting 6, and only certain lucky people got 6, and I wasn't that lucky, so. Plateless, too good to pass up. Plateless only did 7U space bar. Was going to 10U, but was talked out of it. Aw, Sag. You can always redo it later. I'm just going to build 10U for fun of it. It's what I desired at the time when I thought about this board originally. I saw 10U and said, yes, I must have that. And as much as I thought, you know, 7U to have a coherent keycap set, I still just want a 10U spacebar at the end of the day. But yeah, hopefully you do like your build, and thanks for stopping by. Just going to do a quick look down the row here. That looks pretty good. You just have a spacebar switch in the middle. Imagine that. Guess I should reflow these just to make sure. No reason not to be diligent now. Yep, those are in there. Yeah, so since I am using old vintage switches, MX Blacks, they only have 3 pins. So I especially need to pay attention to make sure that it's actually in there against the PCB. So I'm basically babying this and taking my time. Usually I use a black cherry pie on the spacebar, but today, for this build, just using another MX Black. Okay. If I was smarter, I'd already have pliers over here to break this. I wonder if I can just snap it here. No, I should probably get pliers for this. Alright, be right back. Let me grab some pliers. Actually, do I have any here? I might actually have pliers in this bin of mine. I have flush cutters. Alright, that's half of what I think I'm going to need. Alright, let me grab some needle nose pliers just to help pop this up. Be right back. Okay, I'm back with more pliers than I probably need. But why not? Alright. Alright, that came out pretty painless. I wonder if I can just slide. No, too much friction. Okay. And how do I get you out of the middle? Oh, I can just slide it out. Crazy. Let's see. Well, that was surprisingly painless. And I think this alignment plate did a pretty good job of keeping things aligned. That is possibly the most painless plateless build I've ever done. Crazy. All right. Let me put this stab I had to take out in to fit the alignment plate on. Little TX 1.2 PCB stabs. Okay. And we have the little wedges in the back. My fingers always feel too fat to put these things in. But these V3 are so much better than the struggle I had putting in the V1s. I felt like I spent half an hour trying to put the V1 stabs in on stream once. And at that point I said, never doing that again on stream. Now I feel better and more confident doing that. But it took a while. And my fingers still feel too fat. Alright. I guess I'll do numpad next. Uh-oh. There's one of these tabs that came out. Where'd it come out from? From this one at the top. Okay. Whew, at least I found it. Some days I feel like I need to like wood glue or something to help keep some of these in. And other times I'm very tempted to pull out old-fashioned toothpicks. We have these nice little lock wedge things, so I should probably use them. Alright, let me clip this top one in, try to put it on. Beautiful. Alright, so I won't be able to do... Okay. Yeah, this will still work out. A lot of solder on that one. Put that one to the side. I'll have to clean that thing up later if I want to use it. Man, I gotta hand it to Mr. Geon and Mr. Yankar for coming up with this plateless assembly kit. from the size of the 60%, because it barely fits, it looks like I probably won't be able to reuse it as I had originally planned. But now I'm also thinking that maybe this is something that could be replicated or used again, at least partially. I do think if I 3D printed some sort of end cap or holder, I could at least do the alpha section and then move it up and do the next section after that too. Or I could look at getting FR4 that's longer in the right dimensions, and basically replicating the idea. Or I could just buy a crap ton of Mr. Geon's plateless assembly kits. Which is probably what I'll do, because honestly I don't have time to mess around with it too much. Make sure all the switch legs are through. Looks good. Gonna solder this one upside down so it's closer to the fan. Alright. Heat it back up. Sleeps at 200, and then it will go back up to 350, just like that. Now let me get the four corners in. Right. After this, I guess I just have that XT column. It's actually a pretty quick build, all things considered. Especially considering plateless. I guess some idle chat while I continue to try to just solder real quick. I think Jairus 65 looks like another sort of decent looking budget board. Got announced over at Cubes for All as being the US vendor. I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not the biggest fan of 65s. I think the only ones that I'd actually be interested in would probably be Zekworks' original visual, formerly known as Irene, or probably Kohaku. Those would probably be the only 65s that I'd really jump on the chance of buying. But just to try something out like the Jairus, because of the price point, I think it's going to be pretty appealing. I don't know how many units Keepsure will be allocated, but I can't imagine that that board will last for long in stock. Seems to be pretty good so far. So if you look to anyone that's looking at that one, I think that group buy might be coming up soon. Then recently we went through the first round of Frog Mini sales. I was actually able to score a red A-stock Wind Keyless. Hey, Blue Causes, what's going on? If it's under $200, might just randomly pick one up. Nice. Yeah, if it's under $200, I think that's going to be a lot of people's feelings about it too. And for that price, I mean, I think you're going to get a decent board for $200. Another thing price-wise that has surprised me though was the price on the January 60%. Personally, I was pretty hyped about that one because originally the price was like set somewhere around 400, and then it went a lot lower. So I'm actually really looking forward to that group buy, because I'll probably end up jumping on that one for, I'm assuming, a polycarbonate. All right, let me snap this one, then put the two switches in, and we'll be done with the numpad area. That's satisfying to do. And then I'm supposed to, I think, move this whole thing. Can this even move? Okay, it can move. And then cut it. I don't know if flush cutters will be enough. Well, yep, flush cutters will probably be enough for the ends at least. Slightly dangerous. I'll get that later. January's picking up for sure. I think group buy will be October, probably, right? Need to move this out more. Ugh. Turn it this way. All right. Just have to sit back and wait for my 40 RME LX Keck W. I can't do any more group buy boards because my wallet is on fire. Yeah, definitely, if you can't afford it, you know, just chill. It's all good. There's always going to be more boards later on in life. No use stressing about it. Alright, these two switches. Guess I'm just going to manhandle this on and then quickly solder it. Moment 60? I don't know. I definitely was considering it at one point in time. I think I still might. It'll all depend. Because if I'm being honest, the main issue that I'm running into is saturation in my own basement. I need to start getting rid of boards at some point. They're just stacking up. My wife is giving me the side-eye glance of what you're doing. So I definitely need to pay attention to that. Purple moment looks clean. Yeah. I don't know. I already have what I think is the purple board that I really want to keep. Because I really like my key round 2 in that purple. Time to start listing them? Yeah, if I do list them, I probably will put them up on KFA Marketplace. I guess everyone will know it's me, though, because I'll put my craptastic sound test on there, too. I don't even know if would they even post with the sound test? I don't even know. That'd be kind of silly. I guess if there's any questions, they could just ask away then, and I'll just be honest with them about how I feel about the board. Because before I do that, I probably do want to... it's not going to be good content, but I'll probably make some sort of content around it with talking about my opinions on certain boards and how I really feel about them. And some boards, they're pretty good. Other boards, hindsight, probably wouldn't have got, so... Maybe, maybe not. They don't really enforce it. I don't think there's any reason to enforce, being completely anonymous. I think it's up to people, because people have come out and said, hey, that's my board before in the Discord, and, that's fine. I don't think anyone's going to care. Or at least I don't think Kansu would matter. I think she'd just sort of laugh and say, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that's my listing. I mean, I think the only time that someone might get offended is if, someone's talking crap on a listing, like, say, $1,000 Mr. Suit. It's like, does anyone really want to pay $1,000 for Mr. Suit? I'm sure it's worth that to somebody, but, like, do you really want to pay $1,000 for Mr. Suit? I don't particularly see the value proposition in that, man. Yeah, or the $650 Bakaneko. Like, I'm sure that has sentimental value for whoever built it, and that probably was what they think it should have been worth, but the rest of us are not them, and we don't think it's worth that, unfortunately. I think eventually people sort of take the hint. So, all right. 10 switches to go. Why are you not... Get in the hole? What are you doing? This one is not wanting to... Oh. Look at that. There's so much solder and crap on it. Most of these switches have been desoldered pretty cleanly, but some of these looking a little bit rough. And I'll be honest, I'm generally impressed with the switches I got from Mango Click, and I probably will end up buying some more if I wanted more vintage MX blacks, because having just an easy, ready supply with a decent known quality is, I think, worth something, I thought he was listening to replays or something. Oh, man. Shots fired against Russians by Blue over here. Alright. I am still going to bore everybody by cleaning up the back of the board before I put all my soldering equipment away. I will test the PCB, I guess, first before I start turning everything off, but yeah. still will go through my usual routine of PE foam wipes, isopropyl alcohol, and just V-Bucks are worth more than a ripple at some point. Yeah. I don't know. I think it feels bad, but you know, it's a complex situation, and I don't fault people for it. I fault lots of leadership. There are many issues in that place, and unfortunate history as well. Two of my friends invested $4,000 in Russian oil company literally 2 days before the invasion via London Stock Exchange. Oh no. Oh no. Yet another reason why you shouldn't listen to Wall Street bets. In fact, Michael Reeves has proved that you just buy a goldfish, you make an algorithm for it, and it selects stocks for you, and you'll do better. Understood, we're not all geniuses like Michael Reeves, but I'm sure someone has monetized that idea since he made it. Love that guy? Yeah. Every time he puts out content, I'm like, all right, I have to block off, 20 minutes. His videos have slowly been getting a little bit longer. And honestly, I just enjoyed the sort of youthful, gleeful premise of most of his videos. And then my wife, as a programmer, she likes watching it too. Oh, it did? Yeah, it did. No one wants to see my face. I'll fix it sometime. Let me just finish this soldering. I promise I won't forget about it, even though it's very tempting. It's at a good angle, you can't really see how ugly I am. I'll fix it. Probably. That's one thing I had been thinking about, I guess, investing in my stream setup for would be a better face cam than what I have, which is, I think, currently an Elgato face cam, which, as a webcam is decent, but I don't know. Sometime I do want to get a full frame camera to take pictures of things like keyboards and family. But at the same time, I'm more interested in just building keyboards, generally speaking. Invest in that ray tracing card too. Get that NVIDIA broadcast. Speaking of NVIDIA broadcast, let me kill Crisp. Pretty sure anyone that listens to me with Crisp on is immediately trying to run away screaming, so. Alright. I'm going to have to reveal this for a second. Go into this, deactivate, reactivate. Oh no, it just went away, it didn't come back. Alright. Let me try the secondary step. Something's broken, you unplug it, and you replug it. I heard a noise. Let me go back in. No properties available for that. Okay. Properties for this. Elgato face cam. Deactivate, reactivate. And am I back? Hey. Alright, what did I miss chat-wise? It's crazy, $400, 30, 80 the other day, albeit waifu. So I have an issue with some of the 3080s that are so super cheap. I honestly feel that either they're taking advantage of either basically abuse crypto cards or stuff that's going on in the world, and people happen to just acquire stuff that they don't actually own and are reselling it at stupid low prices. I actually do fear that might be a case for some of it. 3080 Ti, I sold ETH at the same time, high for it. Yeah. All right, let me turn this off real quick, wrap this up, and let's pull up VIA and see if I soldered well tonight. I need to get the daughter board out too. Come back to me. Perhaps I honestly think it was just couldn't sell them. Pretty fugly depending on who you asked. Hey, Kerbal. Raid to 26. How are you tonight, sir? Don't forget to join the Shelby 80 giveaway. Yes, everyone that's interested in a Shelby 80. Currently there's a giveaway on Yazoo's website. Do go check that out. Sign up. It's pretty much free. I caught part of it and then I watched a YouTube video afterwards. Kerbal actually built one on stream. Yeah. I mean, free stuff. Why wouldn't you join? You should always join free stuff. Or don't join, up to you, but why wouldn't you? It's free stuff. Alright, I don't have mouse space anymore. But yeah, don't forget to order. What's your Taco Bell order? My Taco Bell. I haven't eaten Taco Bell in years. I'll be honest with you. What's the last thing I ate at Taco Bell? Probably one of their Supreme burritos. I used to like burritos quite a bit. I still do like burritos, but I don't recall eating at Taco Bell recently. And the last time was probably like 5 years ago in Pennsylvania, driving back from an annual training event. Yeah, it would have been with my friend Jones, yeah. Taco Bell before they closed. Hopefully you had a good stream, Kerbal. Thanks for stopping by. Everyone, hi, Jverb, average keyboard dad. I like building keyboards in my free time in my basement in the middle of the night because that's the only time I have to myself to build keyboards. Alright, so VIA has detected the W1-AT, and let's see if I have done a decent job with soldering. I am building this with the 10U Spacebar, so let's see what happens. Alright, it looks like I've done an okay job with soldering. I still need to remove this alignment plate. That's fine. I wish my Stream Deck was working. In fact, if I was not lazy, I could probably figure out sometime in my spare time how to program the Ocelot just so I can hit buttons and have it do stuff. Be cool like other big name streamers. I'm not a big name streamer, but I have aspirations to at least entertain myself by streaming my builds. Alright, let me do a real quick cleanup job of this. So I have PE foam wipes, I have isopropyl alcohol, and basically just going to try to mop up a little bit of what's on the back of the board. What color case? I have a navy case with a silver bottom and keycaps. I'm thinking about Dolce Round 5. I have one of those same isopropyl alcohol pumps. Yeah, they're great. I don't know. It's just like a electronics industry standard thing. Immediately I'm like, oh, I'll do some soldering and stuff. I'll just grab one of these. So I'm not going to do the most in-depth clean with this one. I'll probably play around with this board over the weekend, take it apart, and do a full cleaning on it. I just want to go through and mop up a little bit of flux residue on the back. A lot of it has burned off since I did reflow one of the pins to make sure everything was aligned nice. I still didn't break this tab off. I'm going to forget about it later. I'm going to go to assemble the board and it's not going to fit because I forgot a tab. It's a thing tonight. At least none of my daughters have woken up from sleep, because that's always something I'm fearing. Last thing I need is wife aggro because my daughters have woken up. But it sounds like everyone's sleeping nice. I haven't heard a scream yet. You can see it's getting dark and sort of crappy at the end here as it picks up stuff from the board. A little bit of burn residue from the rosin. It's rosin core solder. And honestly, since I reflowed most of these switches, it's not terribly dirty. But I do like to clean up because it's not good stuff to be in contact with. And eventually, if it gets in contact with too much stuff, it could, one, stick to things, two, perhaps be corrosive on some materials, like internals of boards. Not so much on a PCB with a solder mask. Over time, in theory, it could damage it. Probably not. But more or less, it's always just something that I was taught to do, so I will continue doing it after soldering. That iron one should go in stock tomorrow. Oh, you're getting the TS100? That's a pretty good soldering iron. I have one in my drawer as a backup, actually. Or if you're getting another pencil one, it's probably fine too. Because honestly, a lot of the pencil and smaller hobbyist soldering irons, they're all pretty good. Yeah. Honestly, TS100 is the thing that made me decide to trade up from just the regular Hakko 888 to get the 951 version. Just because having basically the heating element in the tip, it just heats up so much faster rather than having the old-fashioned sleeve. Just did the pencil. Most people prefer the pencil. That's cool. I'm sure it'll be nice. And let me know if you ever need help soldering or videos. Videos that I always like to recommend to people new to soldering would be Art of Repair. They go in a little bit more of the depth and theory of it, but they're a pretty good YouTube channel that used to center around mostly repair stuff, a lot of microelectronics and small SMD sort of soldering, but they go over the basics of just how to solder in general. And then there's also JStandard course material that you can find online for IPC 610A standard soldering, which would be like the regular industry standard stuff. That's always good to sort of watch if you're not 100% sure or you need some reassurance of skills that are quite frankly perishable. And if you have like soldering in high school and it's 30 years later. How fast the TS100 was to heat up? Yeah, honestly, like if you compare it to old like Hakko 888 or a Weller that's equivalent, those had pretty fast heat up times compared to some other things. And especially since they're controllable, they were very nice. Then you get your TS100 and it's like, 10 seconds later and it's pretty much up to temperature. That Hakko 888, would still be sitting there heating up. You have to talk for an extra, a few seconds. And I don't know. I know in the end it doesn't really matter that much. It was just a preference thing where I decided to go with something new and interesting to me. After I got my TS100, Uncle said TC210 big boy iron. Alright, enough cleaning for now. I'll clean this up later over the weekend. Promise. Promise I won't forget. Okay. I need to break this tab off. I knew I was going to forget something. All right. We have to sweep up later. Recommend some cheaping soldering iron stations. We'll try something small. Yeah. Honestly, the pencil irons, and I'm of the opinion that it's pretty much a buyer's market nowadays with a lot of this stuff. I don't think you can go wrong with a lot of it. How am I going to get this stuff out? Am I going to push it this way? Is it going to come out? Obviously, I didn't think about this part. Can I push it back this way? Yeah, okay, got it. Now, I'll be honest, part of the only reason why I have a larger soldering iron, just because I have pretty much a whole basement area to myself. Like, my wife has her tele workstation next to me that she works at. I have my own sort of just surrounded by now keyboard stuff. So, preferences. It definitely shows my personality. I'd rather be surrounded by things to work on and entertain myself and tinker with. Alright, let me put some of this stuff away. I don't need you anymore. Put these over here. And before I assemble the board, let me wash my hands. I'll be right back. I can drink tea. This. You're gonna need these at some point. Bottom foam so it doesn't short, I'll need that. And Just gonna move the mouse over there. Actually, I should probably take this out before I forget about it. And bring an extra random PCB to work tomorrow. I have extra Tadpoles hardware feet. That's the ones I selected earlier. All right. Now to pull this one out again. Here we have my navy and silver unit. Looks very nice. I don't know if this can that, yeah, that can focus. Nice koala sides. Very shiny back piece. And all sorts of messages and writings developed with Black Simon and Yankar. Sam, yes, Geon W1-AT. Alright, let me open it up. What do I need to open this with? Looks like... Got it. Alright, let me do something else with these switches. Okay, home stretch. We'll soon get to my very slow typing test because I'm an old person and it's past my bedtime, but that's fine. Oh. Now I'm almost second guessing. Do I really want to use round 5 Dolch on this? I have some other sets I could use. I could always pull off like black on white. I have minimal somewhere. What else do I have that might look good? Ooh. I don't know if the spacebar will work with it though, but I do have, what is that, Rainy Day down there? So a little bit of a gradient set. GMK Sharpie. Some people really take the piss out of Redacted. Yeah, I currently have Redacted on my CMO 2KL over there. I've actually decided not to bring that into work just yet, just because I'm assuming people will say, oh, that's somehow a political statement. You can't do that. And I just don't want to bother talking to people about it. Alright, let me put that down there. I guess I do need to figure out what screws. Go with the daughter board. Alright. Going to be using the stiffer tadpoles. Tell one of your kids got a Sharpie and went ham. Very true. They would probably believe that too. I tell enough weird stories about my kids at work. Alright, these look like daughter board screws. So I guess my question is, if these are daughter board screws, where are the screws that were with this in the beginning? And what are these for? Do I need these washers for anything? Is this like extra force brake? I don't know. These look like the right diameter for tadpole, so it doesn't interfere. I'm going to guess that it would sit on top of the PCB. I don't know if I use them or not. Let me count them out and see if I have enough for it, because if I do, I'll probably just end up using them and not think twice about it. Hokai Doko. What's my Japanese for that? It's Shirimasen yo. Man, it's been so long since I did Japanese. I did in college, and then never again. And it must have been weird seeing like a Korean guy that doesn't know Korean learning Japanese in college. Oh well. Alright. I definitely have enough of these things. I'm assuming that's what they are. Might be a bad assumption. I guess we'll find out. Someone will tell me I did it wrong. What size are these? Is this the right size? Looks like it'll work. Alright, putting it in loose, and I'll check the alignment in the back. Yep, it's centered in there. I can just tighten it down. Okay. I guess I should double check the weight to make sure it's actually in there tight. I didn't feel it move around at all earlier. Alright, Blue, you put doubt in my mind. Let me go see if I can look a build guide up. So I'm pretty sure Geon had it somewhere. Facts. Ooh. Put this piece of foam in. Pink robins are floating in the USPS void right now. They're tracking updates in like 3 days. Yeah, I've recently been getting less frequent updates out of USPS, especially from West Coast. I don't know. They must be busy or something. Alright, put that little bit of foam goodness there to prevent shorting, because no one likes shorting. Slide this over. I'll put tadpoles on it in a second. Alright. Geon works. Documents. Guides. W1-AT build guide. I think I did this all out of order. It's fine. Probably. Maybe. Top and bottom assembly. So what are these washers for? JST connector, daughter board assembled. Directions opposite the switches. So housing, screws, PCB, daughter board, align plate, tadpole feet. I don't know what these are for then. I don't know. Let's look at top case. Would they fit on the top case where the tadpole goes? They would. Are they needed? I don't know. It appears like they're not actually needed though. Interesting. Well, I guess we can just safely ignore them. I'll put them away, forget about them. Play with them this weekend. I'll take them out and do a typing test, I guess. Okay, tadpoles out. These are firmer, so they're pretty easy to throw in here. Just put them all up through. Alright, we have just enough. The foam here in the bottom has shifted, and I think that's just a thin layer to prevent it from shorting. Guide the cable on, slide the top over, and goodbye washer thingies. Guess I'm gonna put in the old tadpole container. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to do a quick cross shape to put these back in. Yeah, somehow 7 got his, though. He must know something we don't. He could have just walked there and probably picked them up, actually. If he lives that close, right? That's probably what he did. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Candace just let you pick them up if you ask. I mean, it saves her from having to ship them, you know? In fact, I'm pretty sure Makiba does the same thing too. They usually want you to select it beforehand so they don't bother printing out a label, but yeah. Just need to finish some of your stuff, and then you'll get a pink robins. Nice. Honestly, after I bought the crap ton of MX Blacks from Mr. Geon, I basically just asked him for a factory container, which is easy for storage. It's one of those things I'm just like, I don't really know what I'm going to do after that. I have enough switches for quite a while. Let me put the feet on. I almost forgot about them. Nice to live in LA and do that, but then you have to live in LA. You have to deal with LA traffic and expenses and stuff, yeah. I guess in theory I'm not much better. I'm out here on Long Island on the other coast. I want to see more boards with feet like this that are just nicely formed and press fit in. Like, this is pretty satisfying feel, if I'm being perfectly honest. Alright. So let me grab the sets that I might use. So maybe Dolch. Oh, this is GMK Storm. That's what it is. I'm not sure if that would work. I forget. Oftentimes I buy keycap sets with an idea of what I want to use them on, and then if I don't write it down, I just forget. My friend here's MX Cherry trash. I love my blacks. I don't know. People have this weird, like, the meme image of, you know, starting out MX Black's bad, or MX Black's good, in the middle MX Black's bad, and then at the end MX Black's good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something to that meme. Let's put Dolch round 5 on. You need new friend. Aw. Blue will be your friend. Blue's a nice person. I don't know. After buying some Cherry MX Black switches, yeah. The meme's honest. Okay, so the Spacebar won't exactly match. At some point, I guess I don't care that much. It'll be okay. Alright, escape. Cherry nylon just sounds so good, man. Just like the scratch? What? Why do you dislike the scratch? Is there something wrong with the scratch? That's honestly why I use 3203. I want a little bit of that cherry scratchiness to it. sounds like very few other switches. If you put Ceramix Black up against, NK Creams, the one's a long pull, it's just different sounding and feeling. I hate these GMK trays because it has white dot crap all over the... It's disgusting. Finish your first batch of 36 and there's no scratch. Very nice. In the break-in machine. KBD 75 and tofu. I told them 100 times not to. Some people just gotta have the experience of owning, a tofu or a KBD 75. They're not bad boards. Just, there's so many different options that you can get, especially now, for pretty much the same price. I mean, the JRIS 65 that's coming out, that's super affordable. Myth says it's actually quite good. I don't doubt it is. I think it probably would be good. It's just, when you're looking at boards you can get nowadays, I think you probably have slightly better options if you really wanted to try to stretch your money. But never, though, hate the compressed layout so much. I don't like compact 75s either. I don't know. Let me build my... I'll have to do it next week, but let me build Tomo, and we'll see if you guys still have that thought of hating compact 75s. The Peril Numbro Efro ticks me off. I need to build that Tomo. You need that Tomo build? Yeah, I do too. Because it was a toss-up between Tomo this week or W1-AT, and I just wanted the W1-AT today. Tomo doesn't seem too bad aftermarket, might get one. Honestly, because it was an unlimited group buy, it shouldn't be like a super, super rare board, right? In theory. So I don't think it would be a bad board to pick up. And that way you can also say you have a TGR board too. Where's step caps? Well, I forgot there's colors. You know about the Sneak Box Ava and a good trade proposal for someone with them. I know about the Sneak Box Ava. Not sure about a trade. I'm not sure what someone would want to trade for it. That is a good question. What would you be trading for with the Sneak Box Ava? Freebird 75. Honestly, I'll be very honest with you. I've been pleasantly surprised and excited by the value offering propositions of pretty much a Freebird line. Not to just sound like I'm simping for, KFA, but genuinely I like their message and what they're doing. And I like their products. AK 68 plus 150. Got the AK on a steel trade. Stock Epsilons. I don't know. I'll be honest, I was kind of disappointed with my AK. I think it's an okay board, but if you have more than a few, it's... I don't know. Just want a high-end board for my favorite layout. Yeah, I can understand that. I need my barred letters and numbers because I am too smooth braid and require it. I have a belt with broken in creams, extra PCB and plate. I think extra PCB and plate are definitely a plus if you're trying to sell. So I think a lot of people, can DM you it? Oh man, that's crazy. You'd probably take it. Really, because I don't like the budget plastic gasket board in the $150 range, Sag. I even got the nice weight in mine, and I wasn't particularly enamored with it. The weight was probably the nicest looking part of the build. Although I guess I'll have to actually give it a fair chance and like tape all the flex cuts of the PCB and see how I like that. You know, you might actually like it by the end of that. Okay. All surprised. Just doesn't really care. Jared Flex memes looking crazy. Honestly, the surrounds around the flex cut on Jairus looks kind of interesting. I still think I'll probably end up taping a flex cut if I bought that board. Every hole is getting taped, exactly. Huh. Do I go with black spacebar or try to go with the tan? I think the tan might stand out too much. I think maybe black would be the play here. I don't really know though. Big long plus. So much GMK trade dust on these keycaps. Honestly, don't care enough for another 65 right now. I want a nicer 75 or go down the rabbit hole of split boards. There's a lot of interesting split boards. Do I do a colored one on this one? If I did that, I probably would want to change escape and enter. I'll consider that later. Get a Tomo? Yeah, there's an answer. So I might have to fix the alignment of this key here. Which makes sense because I didn't use a plate for that one. Duh. 200 collection's kind of very good, not gonna lie. Just keep trading up. I don't know. I think some people make some foolish ideas with trades. Good for you, but probably not great for them. Alright, I'll probably end up using the Bard 5. Okay, the alignment plate actually looks like it's done very well. It's my own impatience with this plus over here is going to make me open up this board and resolder that later tonight. I can already tell that's going to happen. What did I set this up as? Control on this one. want to say, I guess it could also be control. It's fine. In theory, that would be like alt or something. Tomas are still in stock. What's up with that? It's not popular. Or did Monoke order a crap ton of extras? I believe they ordered a crap ton of extras because, again, this was an unlimited group buy and a lot of units were sold. I think most people that wanted Tomo probably picked it up right away, and then there's probably just a lot of extras. I would expect the local vendor Makibo probably to have some. I don't know that for sure. I'm going to suspect extras and fulfillment of extras will happen after the group buy units get sent out, probably end of this week, early next week. Yeah, that would be my best guess. I'm running out of desk space. Oh, that's unless you wanted the special edition. If you want special edition, I think, yeah, Monoke was the only place that was vendoring that one. Alright, do I go with black on this? I almost think I go with black on this. H60 for my PP60. Stuck with the suit until then. Sag. Honey gave me 2 weeks time frame and it'll be in stock. Does that look okay? The glare on the monitor makes it look okay. Because this is going to be too light, right? This might, they both might actually work. I guess I'll try black first. Okay. Tenyu with a W, I'll say. Actually, I'll probably desolder that switch tonight. Let me get the microphone's arm set up and we'll do a quick sound test and then I'll go to bed. Ridiculous? Yeah. Tenyu on a 40% board. That would be the entire board. Crazy. Alright, 1 sec. I'll be right back. Setting up the microphone arm, so we'll do the typing test. Hey, how's it going, Small Chungus? Nice looking build, yes. I think the spacebar is straight blue. I think it is. Hard to say. Only thing I messed up, and it was not on the alignment plate, is this right here, this plus. It's, I'll straighten out later. It'll be fixed. Yeah. But the alignment plate did a very nice job of aligning the switches. I'll have to take some pictures of it because these are 3-pinned old vintage MX Black switches. And this looks better than what it took me, 3 or 4 hours of straightening work and second guessing and frustration with my key round 2. That was only half plate. So much better. Alright, I still didn't configure a typing test on this, but sorry. Okay. Pause the music. The result is what counts. Yeah, I guess so. All right, so this is my W1-AT built with old vintage MX Black switches from Mango Click. I put them for about 60,000 actuation cycles center because these were, I believe, randomly mix and match switches from one board, so they were not kept that way. So I did do a little bit of break-in with them. Other than that, Tribosis 3203, TX extra long 55 gram springs, and this is plateless, of course. Let's see how this sounds. See if the spacebar is that goofy. So mouse clicks, keyboard level. I have still not configured monkey type to be displayable on screen, so you'll have to take my word that I'm actually typing. Told that too many times, generally not an artisan. Yeah. All right, let me take my headset off and do another typing test on this. Before that, let me open up Notepad real quick to listen to something. That bottoms out super hard. Is that keycap scraping? Sounds like this keycap is scraping. I'll have to fix that alignment. Is that actually scraping? Yeah, I guess it is. Well. Yep, something's wrong with my left shift. The scrape. Apologies. I will fix that later. I will try not to hit that button. It's a known error. All right. Mouse clicks again. What mount is support again? Tadpole. So the little, the green ones here. Little tadpole. It's like a mix between top and sandwich. Sort of my opinion of tadpole with feel. Sound is sound. I think I might try this with whatever those washers are. Must be why I'm not too into it. I didn't like the frog sound too much either. So let me pull out Frog in a moment here. Frog's louder than this, unless my ears are deceiving me. So end game is whatever you're using when you burn out in the hobby. Yeah, that's essentially my opinion of what end game is. It's whatever you stop at. I think my frog actually does sound pretty nice. Let me open this board up and do some tinkering with this. I'll be honest, I don't think my frog is too special though. I think it's a frog. Stop at something like the unicorn from trading? That's crazy. If you make it up to a unicorn by just trading, that would be insanity. Where's this? Oh yeah, just a unicorn. Just deal with yourself in a custom commission. I don't know. I always figured if you wanted to spend just way too much money, you'd go to Snowmo and tell them to go crazy. Like you tell them to like do an archer custom for you. Too bad I'm pro. Aw. Save up. I don't know, like the first time I saw Saber, I was just sort of gobsmacked at the idea. Then I'm like, that makes a lot of sense for this hobby. That was my next thought after that. This hobby sort of desensitizes you after a while to prices and stuff, but you know, gotta take care of yourself too. Trading and selling, see what trades you can, I'll let you know. I'm interested in seeing how far you can go. The manufacturing cost? I don't know. It has a lot of detail work, it has a lot of parts. It also has like some infill parts too, I believe, so I think that's part of it, like with the cost, and then of course, you know, all the aesthetics. Alright, let me open this up carefully. Oh. Alright, the foam stayed in place. So it looks like the JST connector is a little bit on the long side. I wonder if I can mash that to make it sound a little bit different under the board. That does not want to sit too flat. This board sounds better topless. Alright. Let me do a test with these. 4K Saber would be whack. Hand engraving a board. Yeah. I saw one of the boards, I believe it was, what was it, the Neo 87 TKL from Cherry B. They did a crazy job on that board. Do these even fit here? Do they go here? What are these for? I'm so confused with these. Is this supposed to be like force break? It's a little bit too big to fit there, I thought. Or is it? Top mount supremacy, honestly. I am all about top mount supremacy nowadays. I guess that would fit in there. I just don't know how I'd keep it in there as I screw it together. So the other thought would be these might go on there. I don't know what they would do on there though. Would they fit? I guess they do fit. Let me try putting these little washer things on. I'm changing two variables at once, I know, I'm sorry. I adjusted the JST cable position so it doesn't have interference if that's what's going on. I'm also putting these little washer things on. They actually do seem to fit quite nicely. Okay, maybe they're always supposed to go on. Take two. Let's see if this sounds better. I think the JST cable had killed the last one. Okay, now I'm screwing it in with those little washer parts. It does feel like there's a little bit of compression going on, which I think might actually have a positive influence on the sound. Good night. Have a good night. Jaden the Bozo. Have a good one. Be safe. Stay well. Good luck on your future trades. And I'd probably listen to Blue and get a middleman if you're going to go anything like that. Is the board heavy at all? Yes, it's heavy. The exact weight, I don't know. It's lighter than Simo TKL. It's more than Frog. Alright. Let's see. This, I think, will sound better. Let's try it, though. Alright. Take 2 or 3. Need a kitchen scale like Tiki. Probably, yeah. That sounded better. All right, let me take the headphones off and actually listen to it myself. And have some tea. I keep forgetting to drink tea. Okay. Mouse clicks. Okay, that sounds better. What did you guys think of that one? Guess I'll spam some mods. Oh, I forgot feet too. Is that what the difference is? No feet? That definitely sounds better in the midsection. All right, let me throw the feet on here because I forgot about the feet. Yes, feet can change the sound. Very true. Okay. All right, typing test. What's this, the 5th go around? My typing's not getting any better, but let's do one more. Mouse clicks. I'm using old vintage MX Black switches. So spam the mods, minus the shift, which I'll need to fix because you can hear it rubbing. Yeah, old vintage switches lubed with Krytox 3203. I personally like it. It's my aesthetic sound wise. It's a higher pitch with a little bit of scratch. And yeah, now that I've figured out I need to move the JST cable out of the way of the board, it sounds a lot better, clearer. Let me pull up the frog again real quick. So this is a half plate, plateless. Definitely has the thinner plateless sound. This is a 1.2 PCB, so it is thinner and different. I like that 10U spacebar though. Yeah, sorry, I'll have to fix that later. Definitely has a higher and thinner sound profile, basically because plateless and thinner material. It does sound livelier. I don't really get a sense that it's hollow or any sort of bad vibes coming back. I think if I had it in a different environment in my office, it might expose it a little bit more because of the difference in desk surface and density versus what I have at home. But this is an interesting board. I think it's a nice addition. I think it's a good find and pickup. I am wondering though if I can do some other stuff with that JST cable so I don't have to worry about it, because I will always now worry about that JST cable. But I guess that's about it for me for tonight. It's like almost 3 o'clock Eastern. I need to get to bed. Anyone have any recommendations to go raid? I don't know. Frank Anamashiki, you still around? Do you have anyone recommend? Guess I need to plug in the keyboard, huh? Yeah, no, thanks for showing up, everyone. I can't see what I'm doing. It's never a good sign. Maker mods. Who dat? Let's go find Twitch. Maker mods. Sure, let's do it. Control C. All right. Thank you everyone for stopping by tonight, joining me on the stream and adventure building my W1-AT. Next week, I will be building my TGR Monoke Tomodachi series board that I have in hand, my Tomo. Gonna enjoy building that one, I think. So thanks everyone for coming. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks again, everybody. I'm ready for Tomo. Yep. All right, let's go see what Maker Mods is doing. Thanks again, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.
Just wanted to feel cool. Alright. Greetings. Hello, J-Verb. Oh my god, thank you so much for the raid. None of my notifications are working, so I just had no idea. But welcome, raiders. My name is Ben. Call me Ben, or Maker Mods, or Keep Dad. That is my daughter on that screen over there. If she wakes up, you can use exclamation baby. And yeah, it'll alert me that I need to go put her back to sleep. Oh, but nothing's working right now. Oh, you know, I'm such an idiot. Alexa, turn on office light. That's why. There we go. Yay, another Keep Dad. Woohoo! But yeah, thank you so much for the for gamers. Thanks for the raid. How was the stream? How was your stream? Yeah, this is very like gamer aesthetic, huh? Someone do a command so the light will change. Oh, dude, that I want that board. There's gonna be in stock sale soon, allegedly. I do like this. I know, it's kind of nice, kind of aesthetic. The 10U spacebar is fun. So, did it come with a physical 10U spacebar? Like, what color? Did it come with like a whole kit of spacebars or something? That is freaking goated, dude. Came with 5 colors? Wow. Is it 10U PBT? Because I would imagine that some of them must be pretty like banana-like. Yeah, save the points. They're not working. We don't know why. No refund. If you can teach me how to refund, we'll refund. Or teach my mod how to refund. But yeah, we're building a board. We're building it with Nixies. I don't want to learn. You better learn. I got you. Hey, Demi, what's up?